And welcome back, folks. This is US Home Talk, and we are here every Wednesday at noon Central Standard Time. Jason Walgrave here with the Minnesota Real Estate Team at Walgrave Real Estate Group at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. We've got the great mortgage Michael Overson with Luminate Home Loans. Just flying in here, Marcus Walgrave with Hague Realtors. And of course, we've got Evan running the show. Good morning, or good day, good midday.
Good day.
It is a good day. No technical difficulties at all to talk about today.
I think your mic is off. Overson.
Yeah, you're on the wrong mic, Overson.
Of course. Hold, please.
Hold, please. Hold, please. All right, folks, we got a good show planned today. We're talking about buyer's choices, right? When you're a buyer, a lot of times you're thinking about new construction, and you're thinking about existing homes. And so today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of each new construction or existing. Does my voice sound different today, guys, by chance? Because you both have this grin on your face.
Sounds a little growly today.
Is it growly? Sounds growly to me.
Well, okay, good. Then it's not in my head. At least it really does sound different. So I'm not imagining it.
Too much yelling this weekend at the flag football tournament, or what?
Oh, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Boys did really good. So didn't get the outcome we were working towards, but nevertheless, it was a really good experience. All right, existing. What do you want to start with? Existing or new? What should we talk about first?
Let's go existing. So let's talk about the pros and cons there.
All right, so we're going to talk about buying existing homes, the pros. Number one on our list, lower price options available. Typically, if you're looking at a similar home, one's new, one's brand new construction, the other one maybe it's 10, 15, 20 years old. All things similar, that existing home will likely be priced lower. Your guys' thoughts on that?
100% agree. I mean, I know we compare it to vehicles too, right? Brand new vehicle versus slightly used vehicle. You're going to pay that premium to get that brand new vehicle, right? Yep. So yeah, if you're looking for more of a deal, if you will, for sure, I think existing homes is probably what you're going to focus on.
Yeah, and we talk about that often. You're going to pay a little bit less on existing compared to new construction, but then later in this show we'll talk about the long-term play, right? And so what does it mean after you're there for 7, 8, 10 years? So additional pros buying existing, you're in an established neighborhood, right? And so a lot of times new construction neighborhoods, they're they just carved out a cornfield and they popped in some lots and and then they're going to bring in all the trees and landscaping. Existing homes often offer established neighborhoods. Maybe they've got not just established trees, but parks and trails. You've got neighbors and that have been there, more established. And so I think a lot of times buyers they do look for that. And in existing homes, that's one of the pros is established neighborhoods.
Yeah, and we talk about some of the before we jump to that, the pricing, right? You can find 50, 60, 70 years ago they were building 1 bedroom, 1 bath, or 2 bedroom, 1 bath homes, with a 750 square foot foundation. And here in the last 20, 30 years, I mean, developers and even
Come back, Marcus.
Come on, Marcus.
Oh, I'm back. Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah. So when you kind of talk about that, just in terms of price per square foot, I don't know of any single family home that you can buy brand new that only has 800 square feet on it.
Yeah.
You make a great point, Marcus. I mean, Jason, if we look up here in the Minneapolis metro area, that's where we're at. I mean, what's the smallest new construction home being put up in today's world?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably find you might be able to find 1,000 square foot split with an unfinished lower level. It's going to be a 2-1, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and then finish the basement, and you're going to be at 4-2. But you don't see them very often. I mean, usually it's closer to that 2,000 square feet on new
Right.
construction. Even townhomes, you're going to be, 18, 1,900 square feet. So, yeah, they're definitely build them different than they did.
And even like the building requirements, right? I mean, I feel like you get in some of the old parts of town, and you kind of look from one house to the next, and you look at the neighbors, and the old. I feel like I could touch my neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean that was a thing. 2.5 foot side setbacks on each side. I mean, if you got a 5 foot wingspan, arm span, you're going to be able to. You literally can touch your neighbor's house. But a lot of cities, they kind of put a 5 foot minimum is now kind of the new norm, and unless you're an NBA center, you probably can't reach that 10 feet. So.
Yeah, I think they're definitely. I'm going to go through all these pros, guys, and then we'll go through the cons. So on our pros, we talked about lower price options available, established neighborhoods, mature landscaping, which I think kind of goes along with that, established neighborhoods, move-in ready. They're move-in ready. A lot of these existing homes, and then the last one of the pros that I really like is value add-on potential with remodels and cosmetic updates. And so, we have buyers, and their goal is, hey, I want to buy a house that I can put some sweat equity into. I can build some finishing the basement or remodeling or adding, deck or 3-season porch or whatever. So, those are some good pros to buying existing homes.
Yeah, you kind of make a good point, Jason. If you're handy and if you like doing those things, I mean, I look at my neighbor, right? I look at my neighbor that just bought the place to us. I think it was 3 years ago now. But his whole plan with that was he's going to be doing a complete remodel on it, and he did that to his last house as well. So he likes doing it. He's going to do the work himself. He's going to build a lot of equity because he's going to save himself the money because he can do that type of stuff himself. And so, if you are handy and you like doing that stuff, you can buy an older home, and then boom, now you can build some wealth, just by doing the weekend warrior stuff to your house and redoing it.
Folks, we're talking about the difference between buying existing and buying new construction as a home buyer. Right now, we're talking about existings. Went through the pros. Now let's talk about the cons, guys. I'm going to go through them all, and then we'll discuss cons of buying an existing home. Outdated floor plan, more repairs and maintenance, higher utility bills if products and materials are less energy efficient. Mike, we'll give your example. Less personalized and competition from other buyers. I think not just owner-occupied buyers, but a lot of times investors and flippers as well.
Yeah, if you want to talk about the utilities, I mean, my story is there, but the house that I owned previous to the one we're in now is a 1986 build. Okay, not terribly old, right? But still 1986. About 4,000 square feet total. We built a new house in 2016, and it's about 1,000 square feet bigger. And our utility bills, our energy bills went down. Even though we got 1,000 more square feet to cool and to heat and stuff like that, our utility bills went down about 30%. And it just showed the energy efficiency in new homes today versus, existing homes, and even existing homes that really aren't that old, to be honest with you.
It's definitely amazing, when you start seeing those costs and hearing about some of the R values that go into new construction. Code is in place to make sure that there's X amount of inches up in the attic to help preserve those temperatures within the house and bring those costs on. I mean, utilities are getting expensive, and I don't think that that's going to change in the near future.
Yeah, I think outdated floor plans is a big one as well. That one you could, pop back up to the pros though. It gives you an opportunity to remodel, but man, I've been in some homes lately that these floor plans they're tough. I mean we're talking really, really small bedrooms. I think one bedroom I don't even think it's a legal bedroom. It was like 7 by 8 or something. And, kitchens that were, I mean, not any bigger than like a motorhome, like an RV kitchen. And so, that I think, but you can fix that. And especially, I mean, you could move that up into the pros by doing some remodeling or renovating and taking down some walls and really bringing that home back to a more modern feel. So, but there's some floor plans out there.
Yeah, and I look at windows too. I mean, look at how much better windows are today than, I mean, I don't even think you have to go back that far, right? You probably only have to go back 10, 12 years to find windows that aren't even close to as energy efficient as the ones made today are.
Yeah. It's pretty cool to see the new energy efficient materials, windows, doors, your furnace, AC, all that stuff is pretty cool. All right, let's talk about new construction. Folks, we're talking about buyers deciding between new and existing. We went through the pros and cons of existing homes. We'll do new construction next. I think maybe now is a good time for the old legal minute. And while Evan is setting, there you go.
This is Jeff O'Brien, attorney with Hush Blackwell with the U.S. Home Talk Legal Minute. The automatic stay is a legal mechanism in a bankruptcy case that freezes collection and legal actions against a debtor. The stay provides breathing room and locks in the status quo while debt issues are settled. It goes into effect immediately and automatically when a bankruptcy petition is filed. The stay prohibits most creditors from commencing or continuing any judicial, administrative, or other proceeding against the debtor that actually was commenced or could have been commenced prior to the bankruptcy filing. For instance, the automatic stay precludes foreclosure actions against the debtor or any property estate and any recording on or against the title of real property within the estate. The stay continues until the earliest of the time when the case is closed or dismissed or the time a discharge is granted or denied. Relief from the stay is allowed when a creditor can show a compelling reason for lifting the stay. Reasons include lack of adequate protection, including not enough collateral, no equity, no insurance, or the property value has fallen. A court can lift the stay to allow unrelated lawsuits to move ahead, such as cases against a debtor where insurance will make any payment required. When there is no value or equity in the debtor's property and it isn't needed for a reorganization, others with interest in the property will usually be given relief from the automatic stay. This is Jeff O'Brien, attorney with Hush Blackwell with the U.S. Home Talk Legal Minute.
That was good stuff. Thank you, Jeff. Folks, we're talking about buyers deciding between new and existing. We went through the pros and cons of existing. We're going to go through the pros and cons of new construction next. Be sure to check out our website, ushometalk.com. It is the best way to get a hold of myself, Mike, Marcus, Evan, all of our fantastic show partners. We've got a real estate hotline number set up. That's a 24-hour real estate hotline number, which is 612-234-7585. That is the real estate hotline number. You can call that number anytime. Connect. It's hot. It is hot to connect with any of us and all of our great partners. And be sure to check out our website, ushometalk.com. Fantastic resource. Always available to get more information about us and all of our great show partners. There you go.
That hotline still goes to that flip phone, right, Jason? That you wear on the lanyard around your neck?
It's a car phone. It's got a big antenna and stays in the car.
Oh, it's a car phone bag. Those bag phones?
Bag phones, yep. It's like a big backpack.
Today's
and you wear it all the time.
They're getting real.
They're getting real. Yes, wear it all the time.
Yes.
All right, new constructions. Take a look at the pros first. I'll go through them all, and then we can talk about them. The pros of new construction: modern floor plans, open space, flex rooms, larger windows, delayed major maintenance costs such as roof or HVAC. We talk about that often. If you're going to compare existing to new construction, make sure you're taking a look at the time frame which you think you're going to be there, because all of those things are a big deal. So pros, again, delayed major maintenance costs such as roof or HVAC. Lower utility bills as a result of stricter building codes and newer energy efficient products. Absolutely true on that one. And then lastly here on the pros, more upfront personalization, builders warranties on materials, workmanship, and structural items. So look, you got an opportunity to personalize the floor plans and the selections and the colors and the cabinets and all of those things. Builders have warranties. In Minnesota, you've got a 1-2-10 warranty. And so workmanship and structural items. So,
South Dakota, you do not have a
There's no warranties in South Dakota.
No required. Almost all of our builders do offer like a 1-year warranty, but we don't have that same structure in terms of the what'd you say, 1-2-10?
1-2-10.
1-2-10. I think
So it's-
Wisconsin is similar to South Dakota as well.
Oh, so
I don't think they have the warranty requirements that Minnesota does.
That's right. They've got the 000 warranty.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the
It's a
snowman.
good one. It's a good one.
What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I like it. You want to build a little home gym, save yourself a gym membership cost each month. You build a new house, design that, put that in there, saves a little money there. Maybe you want to, put in, a little dungeon for your kids to go into so you can trap them in a room somewhere if they annoy you too much. You can have all the freedoms and all the, exciting stuff like that you can build in there if you go new construction.
Yeah, I like the idea of just picking out all your stuff, right? All of your colors and selections, and not that I actually enjoy that process, but I enjoy the outcome or the results of that process. So,
Mike, you can't talk about the joke about the dungeon room for the kids, but one thing I think is super cool, I feel like it kind of came about in the last 10 years. I'm sure this isn't like has never been done before, but when you start seeing builders utilize the space underneath the staircase and make those into like little hobbit rooms or children rooms. I think that's so cool. Yes, it is nice to use as storage, but nobody really wants to get down too far and dive on in those last couple steps to pull out the Christmas decorations, but the kids will sure dive in there.
oh, they have fun down there for sure.
Or sport courts. How many new construction homes have sport courts these days? They're building those in, and now you have an indoor year-round play area. Kids can just go in there and just be kids.
Yep, and not break things in the house.
Right.
All right,
Exactly.
let's talk about the cons of new construction. So buyers are deciding new versus existing. We just went through the pros. Let's look at the cons. Higher upfront costs. Special financing such as construction loans are often needed. So what does that mean? Longer wait times. Often further out. And so, you've got as metros continue to grow and develop, sometimes you're going to be out further, right? And so your drive time or your time to get to work might be longer because you got to go further out. And then the last one on the cons is you could have some very sparse landscaping. And again, if a development is going in a cornfield or a bean field, you're not going to have much out there to look at for a while. So upfront costs, we talked about that right away. I think when you look at a 10-year period, if you're buying existing or if you're buying new construction, I think that new construction, we've estimated these numbers before, right? At about a 10-year mark, they're gonna be about the same cost. So of course, new construction is gonna cost you more in the beginning, but that existing home, it might need roof, windows, furnace, AC over that 10-year period. So by the time you get to that 10-year mark, it's going to be pretty close to the same cost. It's just whether or not you want existing or new.
Yep, I agree. Buying a new car is not the worst play you can make if the plan is to keep that car long term. If you're only going to keep that car 2-3 years, absolutely you're going to lose on it. Kind of similar to housing, like you said, Jason, kind of a 10-year break-even point.
Yep.
Is what we came up with. And, if you're planning, like my wife and I, we're planning on living this place till we either can't walk up and down the stairs or we got to, install an elevator in the thing, right? So it's a long-term play for us for sure. So we went new construction there, but yeah, there's definitely some pros to go that route, even though the upfront cost is a little bit more.
Yeah. So, folks, this was a good list of pros and cons of both existing and new. If you'd like more information about this, go to our website. You can shoot us a message. We'll send you over the full list. We do appreciate you tuning in this week. And until next Wednesday at noon, we hope you guys have a fantastic week. Be sure to check out our website, ushometalk.com, and our real estate hotline number, which is 612-234 7585. Have a great week.